Down. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the WODprep headquarters, Mr. John Young.
World
HQ. We're back. We're looking at the best and worst CrossFit games of all time. John, you were just giving us the lowdown on your Crash Crucible.
I finished all the workouts this morning. I got it done this morning. Yeah. I know a lot of people ask me why I didn't sign up, and I was like, well, first, I'm commentating, so even if I made it, which I know I'm far away from making it, but like, I wouldn't.
Never count yourself out, man. I wouldn't count you out.
And two, I wouldn't be able to get them done in time. Like I'm not in a place where I'm trying to compete hard. Like it's not a serious thing right now for me. I just got back where I could breathe in a workout, so it's not like, it's just not.
Your chest is feeling good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're all good. Everything's great. We're just getting it back.
Nice. What was your favorite workout?
The second one, by far the second one. The bar muscle up.
What was that? Oh yeah.
7 rounds, 5 bar muscle ups, 9 strict handstand push-ups, 11 box jump overs.
Nice.
And yeah, and I didn't place super high in it, but it was my favorite one to do.
Did you do good on the deadlift one? 45 deadlifts, max wall balls?
No, it was one of my worst ones.
What was that? I don't even know that one.
So it's a 5-minute AMRAP.
Yeah.
45 deadlifts at 315, max wall balls in the remaining time.
Yeah, deadlifts probably my weakest lift.
Okay.
And like a max, I'm not weak in it, but like I can pull like 540. But compared to the rest of my strength, I am weak in it, and I'm not good at high rep hinging, period. Like I've never been good at high rep hinging. So you mix them together. I just wasn't going to be great at that workout. But
what'd you get? How many wall balls did you do?
I did 67.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Well, I had a little over 2 minutes, and I went unbroken, and like that was what it ended up being.
Gustus, I saw didn't qualify.
I feel like that's a weekly thing for Gus, though. I feel like Gus gets his back going out often.
Yeah, Augustus, if you care, I would have been 46th. I did the math on what it would be, and I'd be 46th. I think Augustus was like 35th or something like that.
You're narrowing the gap on Augustus.
No,
man.
I really am not. He's just really bad at some of them. The overhead squat one, I think I beat him by like a lot. And that's just a strength thing.
That was a savage workout to finish it, to ascend ladder and finish on those overhead squats, dude. That was just.
I did the 5 rope climbs. What took me forever.
Well, I bet. Oh,
the overhead
for sure.
Squats were unbroken, not very hard, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh, I can't climb this rope.
So many. It's a tough one for sure. I started the 100s and I didn't make it. I just like I
just quit. There was no time cap.
I know, and I'm still like the burpees sandbag the other week. Like I'm like burpees are redlining me to the point they've never done that in my whole life, and so I think it's just like a post-COVID thing. Like I can't breathe. Like I'm like fully incapacitated, and I've never experienced anything like that in my life. I made it 10 burpees in, and I was like, nope. Which at like the 20-minute mark, so I wasn't doing that.
You have 90 burpees left.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Well, like I did 10, and I think 10 took me like 90 seconds, and I was like, this is bad. If I try to push through this, like it might be really bad on the back end. I just felt no benefit to try to push my way through it. So
that was the only workout I was like proud of.
You did good. 24 minutes it's a decent time.
Well, like 43. Like, I mean, it's not, people have, it's not like 24:01, but it was the only one I thought like I might have executed like above what my fitness is, because I felt like, man, I crushed that for me. I crushed
that's
that.
Good. So many toes to bar.
My back didn't blow out. I kept 7 toes to bar every like 45 seconds or something like that. And like I just EMOM'd that. I was like, how can I get these toes to bar done in a matter where I won't blow up? And
yeah, that was good. What was your split off the toes to bar?
Still like 7 minutes, but that was what it was going to be for me. Like it could have been much, much, much worse. Yeah, and then my burpees were 7 minutes too. Like I got to the
Not too
first
shabby.
part in
Not too
10
shabby
minutes,
for a big
and
guy.
then the second part was
Yeah.
14:30 or something like that.
Nice.
But I'd like you guys to do the second one. I just really want to see what you got. There are some freaks out there. I was really happy with my score. I thought I did really well. And then I looked at how the Crash Crucible, how it ranked on there, and it was like 48th or something like that.
Oh yeah, man. There's some good guys in the qualifier. Well, guys and ladies, right? Like
Dude,
friggin'
Bryson,
pretty high level.
Bryson, he smashed that workout.
Yeah, I just looked at it. He did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the
Right up his
leaderboard?
alley. It's on local comp.
Local comp. All right.
Yeah.
It was
I was
workout 2. Was that
11:48.
the?
I was 11.
Which one is that?
The 7 rounds, 5 bar muscle ups, 9 strict handstand push ups, and 11 box jump overs.
This is now a Crash Crucible online qualifier review
That's
show.
all right. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe
Or
we'll do that.
canceling,
Maybe
whatever we're gonna do.
maybe we'll go over it.
CJ,
This was
you would
tough.
Crush me in workout 4. You should do workout 4.
Which one is that? Is that the rope climb?
I'm pretty sure I was last place. No. The double under echo bike workout.
Oh, what is it? I don't even know that. What is it? Maybe I'll do it today. It's probably the only thing I can do from a soreness perspective. That 100s. I'm
Like
my
Bryson
my
was
abs.
like, I'm really proud of my bike workout. I'm like, that was a double under workout, bro. That was not a bike workout.
What was the workout?
200 double unders, 40
Uh-huh.
cal bike, 150 double unders, 30 cal bike, 100 double unders, 20 cal bike, 50 double unders, 10 cal bike.
Oh, I like it. Can I do it on an air bike, a salt bike? That's what I have in the garage.
It's fine. I mean,
All right,
I
I'll do
wasn't
that.
going at a speed where I think it might be unfair. Like
Sure.
I was 14:56 in that one. If you want, and listen, that's
Got it.
just what it was. That was a workout. I was like, yep.
How many double unders is that?
that
A
was
long time to be on
450?
the struggle bus.
Yeah. That wasn't great. That's like I got done. I was like, that was not great.
Cool.
Kevin Doyle
All
would
right.
like you to pop the top, CJ, so we're all
Whip it off.
in unison.
All right. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. I can't have the nip showing. You know what I mean? But we'll pop the top.
Johnny's got his camera strategically placed. John, will you be shirtless on your religion talk show tonight?
You think I should be try to put a flex
Or
on
would
Jack
you say that that's inappropriate?
or Jack and Ty? I totally will. If y'all
Hell yeah.
think I should try to flex on Jack and Ty,
Hell yeah.
I'll put my shoulders up.
Oh, I
against
don't know.
pretty
Just
much anybody.
Something got weird with CJ taking his shirt off.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what it
feel
is, man.
weird.
Put it back
CJ, Put
on.
it back on.
Too
Put it
bad.
back
Nope.
on. I don't
It's
like
my
it.
show.
It does not feel natural. It doesn't
This
feel
is
natural
unfortunate.
at all.
It does look
just-
like we're all naked at this point.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like-
I don't know. Something's
I'll
got to
I'll
change
go
here.
put a shirt on.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we're gonna do.
Fine. You know
All
what? I
right,
was peer
guys.
pressured, and now I'm peer pressured away. It's fine.
We are here.
CJ. Go ahead, Travis.
We are here. Yeah, CJ doesn't have the traps. Sorry, CJ. He's got the delts. We're here to give each of us give our top 3 CrossFit games of all time, as well as our bottom 3. John, what are we basing this on? Programming? Vibes? I'll tell you what I picked mine on. I was picking on vibes and aura.
Okay, I think we're
That's
all
it.
going to be a little unique on this. I think for the most part, I'm similar to you, Travis. I just kind of picked the one I like the best, and then also I thought it needs to be somewhat balanced, right? I don't care if it has a little bit of a sway towards something, but as long as it tested everything, that was kind of my rules for it. But I'm with you.
Okay.
Just kind of pick the one I like the best.
Kick Travis off for saying aura. Okay, fine. Just vibes. I only picked on vibes. CJ, what did you pick your 3 best games based on? Programming?
So
Uh-oh.
fail.
Where's your
Yes, and then it just started to lean into like which ones I like the best. At least for best, I think worst was programming, but best was personal preference with balance. You know what I mean? So it was really hard, right? Because I think there's a lot of games that are very well balanced, and then it's also very hard to decide like 2007 through like 2012. Like there's the stimulus and like what is appropriate for those years is hard for us to even relate to, right? Of like what's a good test, because a good test then is not a good test now. You know what I mean? Like they're different, and so I think that was kind of challenging.
I
Yeah.
like some of the old school stuff. I was picking John, did you pick anything before 2010? for your favorite.
You're muted.
Oh, John's muted still.
Sorry.
There
The
You may speak.
There's like some mowers kind of going on out there. If y'all hear it, let me know and I can move rooms. But that's what the dogs
No, you're
are,
good.
are
It
barking
sounds
at.
like you're good.
Okay. No, not for my best 2010. No.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Who wants to go first? Who wants to
Let's
give me
go.
their?
We want to start with third place.
Are we gonna do worst first or best? I think we should do worst.
I didn't
Are we
even
gonna do
number mine,
worst?
guys. I got a 1A, 1B, 1C.
Well, you got one you prefer though. You know, say C first then if we're gonna go third place.
All right. You one of you guys go first then. Let me
Okay,
get my
CJ,
thoughts
you
in
go.
order.
You go first because I too need to get my thoughts.
Are we doing worst?
No, we're doing best. Give me your best. Third best.
My
third best.
my third best. I think my third best is, man.
Oh, he has no idea either.
I do have an idea. I have a lot. I have a lot of things here.
I'll go first.
You go first. You go first.
My third best is 2016. Okay. A lot of this is 2016 was the arrival of Matt Fraser. Okay, this is the start of the reign of the monster that Matt Fraser was. And whenever he came out and won the trail run, he came out hot. He was with Josh Bridges, and everybody at the time were like, he's going way too fast. I'm pretty sure Rory, even on the broadcast, and these are hard videos to find, is like, I don't know what Matt's doing. Like, he's about to blow up. And then he took off from Josh, and nobody could believe it. And then he finished it, and he made such an effort not to breathe at the finish line and to act like it was just nothing. And then when he won his heat in the sprint too, you have what can't this man do moment. The ranch mini chipper was a really, really fun workout. It also was the first time we showed the evolution of how good we are now, because they ran that in 2009 and it crushed everybody. And then now they're running double that, or it's like 1.5 times. They ran double it in 2020, but 1.5 times. The separator had a chance to be an amazing event, but it got ruined by the ring handstand push-ups and the judges.
I don't know, but
I love the event. It kind of just got ruined. I love the evolution of the squats. Those squats are hard. And then you have climbing snail. It's the first time the snail was introduced. It's the first time, or you have the pegboard came back, and I like that. There were just a lot of events that were just pretty awesome. You had Vikowski's rope chipper where he pulled the sled faster than everybody. Katrin was the only one who did the handstand walk unbroken. And
this layout that they've got, sorry, John, this layout and format is just fucking abysmal. What is this?
No, it's
like,
they
just have it by days.
If I have the actual, I have the actual, like, the whole day looking out. If you want to look at it, I pulled it up on there. I'll just share mine.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
But there were just many events that had a whole lot of memories. And then you had the Tia and Katrin going back and forth. Katrin was in the lead in the handstand walk. Tia was in the lead after the sprint. And after the plow, they were real close to each other. And then, we know that Katrin came out in the end. Double DT was another one. Sarah won double DT. That was real fun. The squat clean pyramids, one of my favorite weightlifting events. There's just a lot of memorable moments. Josh Bridges winning Murph. That's a big moment for a lot of people.
That was cool.
They do Murph. There was just a lot of stuff that was awesome. Brooke Wells clearing the ladder, and she's a rookie, and she clears the ladder. Just this little college girl that there's a weight I could deadlift, and picked up more than everybody else. It was just a lot of fun things that happened in this games.
Okay, I hear you, and I think it was very solid, way more solid than mine will be. Because it was close. This was like top 5 for me. Was just the ring handstand push-ups. Like the silliness of the pattern just pulled it out personally. And then I also I don't know. I felt like it was just maybe a smidge light on gymnastics from that perspective. Like if you take that out, I don't know. I feel like it's a little light on pulling gymnastics.
Well, you had Murph, which is 100 pull-ups.
But that's not the separator. The separator and Murph. the separator in Murph is always push-ups. So, I
You
mean,
had
but
climbing,
it was broken
scale,
up.
and then you had the handstand walk. There were a lot of
Yeah,
gymnastics.
I
man.
guess so. Yeah.
And the ring
I don't know.
handstand push-ups, I know I'm with you. It ruined the event.
Hate it.
It did for sure. That was supposed to be the hardest gymnastic they've done. You know what I
Right.
mean?
To that
Because it
point,
was hard
sure.
for a lot of people.
I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Travis, you have your
Well
number
done,
3, or do you? Yeah. Well done.
My number 3, picked solely on aura for Augustus, is 2008. Okay, and the only reason I'm picking
Number 3 for
2008
best.
yes, for best, man. What do you mean?
It's my
dude?
number 1 worst. Get the fuck out of here.
He's not coming from a programming place. It's
Nah,
aura.
clearly not.
Coming
Aura,
from a different
CJ.
place,
It's not
man.
coming from a
Alright.
programming
Love
place.
it.
Aura.
Vibes,
Aura.
man. I'm telling you, working out in the dirt is just something special. Okay, and that is probably in my top. I'll put it in my top. I don't know, 3 to 5 moments when Jason Kalipa won, and he's doing those squat clean thrusters in the dirt or jerks. Seeing the bar bounce around, and I like CJ doesn't understand aura, and I like the total time. It's crazy. It's different. It's unlike anything. And
There were 4 4-minute events.
yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick. You're winning the
And-
CrossFit games, and
In
And
16
within-
fucking parking lot, is
And
dirt.
within those 4-minute events, it wasn't even balanced. Like in general, like it was. I mean, I guess you count pull-ups. I guess you can count pull-ups then as like the gymnastics pattern, but if not
Dude,
the same,
you have to think of the time period. It was chest to
Right.
bar Fran,
Look at this,
correct?
bro.
no, it was just Fran.
No, they had to do chest to bar. They changed it. Trust me. It says just Fran. They had to do chest to bar.
He's got the
Oh,
Go
it
back
does
and
say.
look at
Okay,
the
yeah,
time.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Like in
the
that,
Adidas track shorts on.
Oh, sure. Waste
Adidas
management.
track shorts.
It's
What is
a-
he wearing for shoes?
An amazing video. Good job, Jason's
Yeah.
dad.
No tarp. No knee
guys,
sleeve, no nothing.
go
He's
out
just
and
out
try
there
to
in the
beat-
dirt.
Go out and try to beat this time.
What is it?
His time is crazy fast, too.
ridiculous. I couldn't beat it. I tried really hard and like broke my back, and I couldn't beat it.
Is it sub 3?
Dude, it's like 246.
256. I think.
No. It's
56?
240 something.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Because I was 253 and it wasn't, and I thought I beat him and I didn't.
Yeah, I love the staggered start. I like the total time element of it. I love the dirt, man. Look at it. It's not even compact soil. It's fucking loose dirt. It's sick.
Mhm. That's crazy.
That's my number two.
Fittest experience is basically this. Like they're way
Oh,
too
yeah?
pretty.
Let's
It's pretty ridiculous. It's always divots in the where you have to lift. It's crazy.
The NorCal Classic tries to do that too, right? Like throwing it back. Remember they had a run last year where people were like running on some like uneven ground to start.
Yes, no,
up-
they
half
like
up on a
go down
curve.
a stair like in the middle of the takeoff.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right, that was my number
All right.
3. Giving some flack
Okay.
for it, but I'll stand by it. You got the programming to pull up, CJ?
Yeah. All right. My number 3, and mine are all in a row, but it is what it is. I think I just like this era.
Golden era.
But yeah, this is my number 3. Is 15, and I felt like 15. It was just I don't know. I mean, I felt like it was very well balanced. I felt like we had like original Murph, which I think plays a bigger role. I think it was creative,
like that
heavy
in the
DT.
heat?
Yeah, of course I did. I fucking live in Florida. I've done Murph outside every year in the sun.
He said heavy DT.
What do you mean? Oh, no,
did
he
you
was talking about
heavy-
No, I was talking about Murph.
Oh, okay. my
he said
bad,
he
my
said
bad.
in the heat. He said in the
Oh,
heat.
okay, my fault. my fault.
I liked heavy DT, clean and jerk, 1RM. The triangle couplet I think fit really well for that time period. Parallel handstand push-ups, not. I think this was the introduction of the yoke, right? First year of the yoke, 13 or 15. So new implement. I thought the obstacle course was good. I don't know. I just really liked it. I was there too. This was my first games to watch too. So I think it has like a special place in my heart. but I just felt like it hit all the pieces. Legless rope climbs for like a volume, and obviously a huge separator at that point. So yeah, I mean, I felt like the balance was just simple and yeah, good homages to maybe like a little bit of stuff in the past too. Like I always like seeing name workouts in there, little sandbag moving, etc. So yeah.
Yeah,
How many
I love 15 too. The difference between 15 and 16, the only difference for me and why I went with 16 is just because it was the year that Matt took off.
Sure.
That was the only difference. And I like it, that it had more for me because of that, right? This was Patrick Mahomes' first year where he actually started and he threw 50
Sure.
touchdowns, right? Like that was like, at least that's what it was for me. But I love the programming for 15 too. They're even, and that was the only difference for me.
John, typical Rich Froning hater. Of course, he loves.
Dude, wait till
Rich
my
Froning.
number 2. Calm down.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, well, then give it. Let's see your number 2.
All right, my number 2 is 2014. I think a lot of people love 2014. 2014, the programming was awesome. CJ, can you bring it up?
I'm
There was
getting there.
a lot of moments in the 2014 as well. Triple three is ridiculous as far as how like hard triple three is. If anybody's tried triple three, that like it's harder than what it looks like on paper.
Dude,
those 3 miles
so fast
are really, really hard.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And I remember a couple of years ago, I did triple three and I rode 3K like at a 153 pace. And then I did 3 sets of 100 double unders. And I'm like, oh man, this is the greatest I've ever felt, like ever. And then I ran without stopping. Like that was the goal for me back then. It was a couple of years ago, right? And I ran 3 miles without stopping. I finished. I was so excited to go look at how my time ranked amongst them. I'm like, I think I just beat Rich Froning in triple three, and and he beat me by like 4 minutes. And like so with him walking, that's how fast they were going. Is that I don't know what my 3 miles.
Hey, that's pretty good, man.
But,
only 4 minutes.
But no, yeah, but like that's how fast they were going. Is that he could stop and walk however many times he did, and it was still 4 minutes faster than like that type of pace, right? Which I mean, my 3 miles were probably like 27 minutes something, right? But he was going so much faster than I think people realize.
Yeah, Rob Forte winning that workout at 33 minutes is fucking crazy, guys.
Wild.
Crazy.
Wild.
Insane.
And then you got the 21-15-9 complex. I know everybody likes to talk about Rich on this one, but Camille went unbroken on all of it. She was the only one to go unbroken on all of it. And kind of like, if you're going to say, where is her? I know everybody wants to argue Cara, but this was her kind of like statement win of the, competition was 21-15-9.
Mm-hmm.
Look, she beat everybody by 20 seconds. Everybody talks about this one for Rich, and it was cool because he won from heat 3, and he didn't, he was having a bad games up until this point, and then that was the turn. Camille beat second place by so much more than what Rich beat second place by. Right. And we never talk about her just because Rich is cooler, and he is, but it's kind of funny. I think that is funny. The overhead squat max, you have the battle between Matt, Hackenbrook, and Rich, and they were all trying to one-up each other. And then everybody tried 400 pounds. They all weren't close.
They all missed it.
but you had that battle, which was awesome, that everybody was so freaking close in that battle. Go over.
I just want to bring up my favorite. My favorite was Jordan going from first and then Clarking 275. That was my favorite. I'll never fucking forget it. I'll never forget it.
And then you had I forgot about the Muscle Up Biathlon. That's an event that sticks with people in their head. Like only 3 people went and broke it. And a lot of people tried. A lot of people thought they were going to do, of course, push pull. That's like 2014 has a lot of like historic moments. And then you got the aura of Rich Froning. He goes 3 for 3 on Sunday. I mean, those 3 workouts are made for Rich Froning, but he goes 3 for 3 on Sunday, and that's freaking awesome. If you're a Rich fan, this is Rich fan. Sorry, if you're a Rich fan, this is Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and like doing what everybody thought he would do, and then coming out on top, which is a pretty awesome thing, right? Yeah, I think 2014 had it all.
So this is we talked about this briefly. Dave said this to, maybe it was Laura in the interviews, and he mentioned, and this is the year that I always questioned, this specific year in these last 3 workouts, or at least double grace. Dave mentioned that we would change workouts, or we would be programming workouts last minute up to a certain point in the history of the games. That's basically what he said. And I've always felt, and I still think that this was made last minute to give Rich the edge over Matt personally. And so that's just I've always thought that. I thought that then that it just fit too well, right? Thick and quick and double grace in midline March, as far as like, but I feel like thick and quick would be hard to program that last minute just from like a setup perspective. So
and
I've
the
always
ropes
thought
are thick and 20 foot
right.
ropes.
Yeah, exactly.
The rope climbs were harder.
Yeah.
Matt got second in both of them too. It's not like
right. Yeah. But then he got 11.
If you look at the point discrepancy though,
it wouldn't have mattered.
It's Matt Fraser, right? It's not like he's bad at barbell cycling.
Sure.
He got a lot better, but 2015 still like that's where he comes from. I know
he got 11, for sure.
But it's because he gave up on the workout. He's like, I can't win. And then he gave up.
Right.
But even if they'd made that, if he that 11th, you look at the point discrepancy, it's about 40 points. It's about 40 points. So the Rich went into that 10 points ahead. So unless they made a workout that Matt could beat Rich by 4 spots, and I don't think whatever workout they had programmed, instead they put in double grace, I don't think that would I don't and like, you know, I'm the biggest Matt fan there is, right? And I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah. It's just always I'll never forget. I was like, man, this just fit too well right after such a bad.
You're gonna make a day for Rich Froning. That's the freaking day. And if you look at the scores too, nobody's close. I know Matt was second in both of them, but look, 35 seconds, 29 seconds in a 2-minute workout, or 19 seconds in a 2-minute workout. No, but like those are convincing wins. Like Matt's not close to him, even though this one, and then this is grace, so it's like you're kind of gonna be close. Like
yeah. Anyways,
cool.
Travis, do you have any? Are you picking or no?
Yeah, I'm picking. Let me look what tab here I want to bring up.
Look, Scott's gonna find a way to make me think that I was insulting Rich Froning there.
No, he's talking to me.
No, I think
he was talking to me.
No, Scott hates me, bro. He hates me.
Scott, who are you?
I literally am saying it's my second place because of like the
all the Froning stuff,
and like it's pretty awesome if you're buying that, right?
All right, give me some aura, Travis. Give me some aura.
Oh, Travis, you're speaking my language here. We might as well go together.
Stick.
You want me to go to? Can I go with you?
Let's go together. Yeah, you can ride with me, brother. Okay. 2017, guys.
This is my number 1. 2017. All right. So
this is actually my number 1.
I'll let Travis go. Go.
Okay, guys. 2017. First thing that pops into mind. Obviously, this year Ricky showed up on the scene, sauced all hell, got third.
That's not how
always brings it up.
We all know.
Always brings it up. He never fails. If we're talking about Ricky or Travis,
Ricky hater.
Bring it up, baby.
Ricky hater. The run swim run in the rain was sick. We had the good little moment where Brent Fikowski was racing Tia and Christy to the finish line, which was really cool. First year in Madison, so there's some excitement around that. Cyclocross, it was like different. It was interesting. I remember watching and being like, it wasn't. What did you think of the cyclocross?
Boring but different. Boring but different. It is different, and like it does.
Was it the first time they were on a bike?
No, then Pendleton they were on a bike. Pendleton way back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I will say they had different gears, and this showed who knew how to ride a bike in this event. The crit was 1 gear. The bike event in 2022 was 1 gear. like cyclocross, they had different gears. There were 3 gears and like hard, medium, light. And
Crit was 18.
Right. I'm saying
Next year.
No, the bike event in 2022, they had
okay.
the same gear.
Right.
This one, they had different gears, and it's showed so hard who knew how to gear correctly and ride a bike. I remember Cole Sager did the entire event in like his first gear, and he just had the hardest pedal rate of everybody. So then you get on the straightaways, and like he'd fall behind everybody because he would be in his single gear, and then he'd make it up on the hills, but like he's just working so much harder.
Sure.
Yeah, that's cyclocross. Go ahead.
This has got to be one of the last years too, I think, of just the true prime of CrossFit. You know, the true glory days before things started to really.
I would say 18, but yes.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like one of the last years, 18, and then it was kind of things went sideways there with how the 2019 games went, and then
the end of the golden
whatnot. Yeah, this is so we're still
15 to 18. Would you say that's the golden era? 15
yeah,
to 18?
yeah, I would. But I mean, I wasn't even watching it back then. But just I would say
yeah.
But I'm with you.
Yeah.
Amanda 45, love that
legendary workout.
Wish we could have saw it again.
Yeah, we nearly saw it again this year. Ironically, and potentially the worst CrossFit games of all time. But Amanda 45 and like so many workouts in here are like are just like cemented as legendary workouts. You know what I mean? Amanda 45 is like it's almost like a what's the word? Not a hero workout, but it's like a staple. What's the word I'm thinking of? You know, it's like a benchmark. It's like a benchmark workout. You know, sorry, Reese.
Then you got the Triple G chipper, which is one of the most fun workouts in all of CrossFit. Like you could program this for your class, you could program this for the games, and I think it would have the same kind of stimulus you're looking for. Obviously, games people are going faster, but I love the rep scheme, how it goes down, and like what the movements are. You got something for everybody. You know, it's way more little guy than big guy, but it is something for everybody. And I really like that. The assault banger, little bit of a miss.
You got the comedy of the assault banger. So it wasn't a good event, but it was, something to talk about. Georgie Sanchez.
See how fast people could do 40 and 30 cals. And I like seeing that stuff, like what people are capable of. For instance, like Firestorm, like what are they doing 15 cals in? And like the slowest Dallin and Hopper went in the Firestorm workout would have been about 90 RPMs. Like that's the slowest they went. By the way, I did that workout and I'm not as good as I thought I was at power output. It was really bad. It was really bad.
I bet your round 1 was really close, but I bet it's that sustained power.
Hard. I was at 2 minutes. I was at 2 minutes after round 2.
Isn't that what they get? Sub 3?
They were 240.
Dallin
Hopper was 230 something. Dallin was 240 something. Most people were at 3 minutes. Slow people were at like 310 to 320. And then there were 2 people that I beat. And one of them is Guy Malheiros.
Let's go, baby.
Guy was...
That's how trash. I'm just kidding. But I was 329. Travis, did you try that workout?
Can't even help yourself.
It was terrible. I blew up so bad. I was 329 if you want to give it a crack.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I just did bar facing. Didn't do
okay. It's funny looking at the people in 2017 that like crushed Amanda 45, like Dakota, Cody Anderson, and then like all the small guys that got in because of the regionals that year. Like if you look at the bottom of the leaderboard for the assault banger, Jeff Patzer, Josh Bridges, Dakota Rager.
No shot.
Mitch Cinnamon, Cody Anderson, like all these tiny little dudes.
Yeah, that bike mattered. You know,
yeah.
That's pretty cool. And you got the hilarity of Pat being like one of the first people off, like in that heat. I know George Sanchez was the first person off, but he wasn't in the same heat. Like Pat's like, oh God, I messed up.
No, oh no, yeah.
And then Strongman Sphere, one of the greatest workouts in all of CrossFit history. Again, like there were so many workouts that are just beautiful in 2017. You can't replicate Strongman Sphere. It's something fun that you like you do with the games. Like that's a CrossFit Games workout, and I love when that happens. Muscle up clean ladder 350 in a workout, pretty heavy. I love lifting weights in this. If you don't want to have a max out, like I think every game should have a max of anything. It can be anything you want to do. It could be odd object, whatever. It doesn't have, but a brute strength max, and then a workout with heavy weight, and then you're done for strength. Like you've completed the strength portion. Now everything can be moderate or light, however you want to do it. As far as like, did you test strength? I think that's the golden standard, and I love the way this was tested. And then heavy 17.5, that workout they like, you should, if anybody wants to go do that workout, it's way harder than what they made it look.
They did make it look fucking easy.
It's fun that they brought it back from the open, so you can see how your open score ranked against them doing way more weight, and the women doing, I know it's 10 pounds less, but the women essentially doing what the men did in the open. Madison Triplet, that's Ricky introducing himself as, hey, I'm the best runner in CrossFit. 2-2-3 intervals, which is also a games workout.
It's one of my favorite workouts too.
It's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
And this is a workout it's one of my favorites to watch, not necessarily to do. Because I just don't think I'd be very good at it. This is a workout that I think not a lot of people would be very good. Like, you have to be elite to be good at this workout. Does that make sense?
Right.
Elite fitness. Right. And then you got the drama, the Fibonacci final. You know, you got Matt.
Best finish of all time. Yeah.
Well,
for the ladies.
I think this year might be better than that because nobody expected James to. Tia was already ahead.
It'll be stunted. I think this would have been, had everything played out exactly the same. The order would have been the same. Say the point in the finish. I agree. It would have been the best finish ever. But it's always going to be stained just from like how people view how the weekend ended. But I agree. Like the point comeback was the best, and it was the largest margin, right? You know, going into 2 workouts. But yeah,
this was a good lunge finish. It was crazy.
But it was 2017 was definitely the best race we've ever had on the women's side. Between 2 women, who's going to win? Short of Annie and Kristen Clever. If you want to throw Annie and Kristen Clever way back when they were first, second on every workout, you could throw that one in there. But Annie didn't know what she was doing. She was just better than everybody. And she didn't know how to do the moves. Kristen just knew how to do the moves better. But it was the really, really fun race. Tia lost, so that makes it like, well, what happened? You know what I mean? And then you also got Matt like just chilling, being like, am I ahead of y'all? I'm not even trying right now. Like you know, and that moment's pretty cool. Just 2017 had it all, man. And then you got the Ricky drama. Like, you know, Ricky was like probably like one of the best rookies we've ever seen. And then he popped. And like, I know he got scapegoated for that, but then like for him to come back, I feel like most people have forgiven him.
I've forgiven him.
But it just, I think it had everything, man. You also you got the moments of like Tia power cleaning the entire clean ladder. I think she squat cleaned the last rep of 235. You had to do 2 of them, but she power cleaned everything up until that point. And back then that was unheard of. Katrin killing everybody in strongman sphere. Like, there were fun things for the women and the men. It wasn't just one side. There were good moments on everyone.
Yeah, this is the best year for Aura, combined with programming, combined with races, moments, and then it's all downhill from there.
Wait, so all right. What's your number 1? If this was your number 2?
This was technically my number 1, but then I couldn't bring up something I was looking for 2013 in time, so I just changed it.
Okay. Go ahead, CJ.
Perfect. This was my number 2. 17 was, but I'll let you kind of take it in there. My only reason it wasn't number 1 was I felt like the muscle up clean ladder was just lackluster personally. Like the way they set it up. Like, I love the clean aspect of it. I hated the 4-bar single bar muscle up thing. I fucking just hated watching that. I just hated watching them have to come down every rep and like go to the next one. I just thought it was stupid. I thought it was silly. And
I think it's testing discipline.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways,
to rush every bar muscle up. It's very easy to go slower during those 4-bar muscle ups. It's hard to go fast. Like, to keep, I think it tests, and like if you're running back and forth, like I think it just tests is like, can you continue to do without just taking a breath extra?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's where people make those little times up.
Right. Yeah. And who was it? Did Alec win? I think Alec won, right?
Alex, what?
Alec
what?
Smith,
For
the
what?
muscle up clean ladder.
No,
Didn't he win that one?
Fraser won easy.
Really?
Yeah, Alex Anderson might be who you're thinking of, but I think Fraser won easy.
I know he won.
Alex Smith has never won an event in his life. Yes, he can clean 400 pounds at one point in his life, but he's never won an event. No, I think Fraser won this easy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, he did terrible.
This is what I do.
I don't know what I was thinking. That's why we hired you. That's why I brought you on. All right. Okay, so 17 was up. Like I just had 4 that I was like right in between, but 2013 might be my number 1 as well.
Ooh,
but
I like 2013 too.
Yeah, Travis had that in top 3 as well.
There's this is the best programming year.
I just love it. You know, like if we're talking about like
the Bird and Run,
the history books, the Bird and Run, and then I don't know, Naughty Nancy just might be my favorite workout design in like all of couplets. I think it's just like 100 overhead squats at 140 pounds is fucking insane. Like it's just such a hard piece, and the burden there or the berm, and I love it. I think 2007 repeat was a great workout. Legless, 27.4. Is it the first time? I didn't even know that. I knew it was close.
No, that's why it's called legless.
That's fair. The row
belly kip was introduced.
That's true. Yep, I do remember that. Like the row 1, row 2 is such a concept that I love in competition, because it just creates so much strategy and like risk and reward or fucking not reward. And then the pool was, while it wasn't a pool, it was balanced. The swimmer obviously won, right? But like it balanced everyone out. Like I think the swim mattered. The bar muscle ups were hard. They made an adjustment to make it safe. Not that I fucking care, but they did. They had made you do singles. You know what I mean? And so I just thought it was good. The zigzag was awesome, right? Like Bailey catching the glasses. You know what I mean? And
that was 2015. Because he had to
over the thing.
Final
thing. Yeah.
But you do got that like Netherlands guy who like blew out both hamstrings and still got like third place. His name is escaping me. Mogard. His name's Mogard.
That's right.
But like he blew out one hamstring and then made it and like beat everybody to get to the final, and then blew out the other hamstring doing it. And
Michael Mogard, he got 5th.
and then he was in the last 10, and then he got 5th place, and then he withdrew from the competition because it's both his hamstrings. It's wild, and he had to tape them both up. Like it's really funny because he blew out one, he beat everybody, and then blew out the other, and then it was done. Like
that's funny.
It's pretty hilarious.
I do remember that.
Did you guys see this? Sorry to interrupt.
That just came out
later.
I did not.
We can.
Let's do another show.
Did you see what Rich posted? I saw that.
Did Rich finally post something?
Yeah.
I know they've been relatively silent the whole time.
He posted his own version of a black square.
Which
history repeats itself. Well, why don't we do another show on that?
You mean his story?
Yeah.
Like the most popular opinion. Nobody on this planet cares more about CrossFit.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Augustus telling us to carry on. Okay, let's finish this one and let's do.
Again, 13 is there, and then I was with 17. Yeah, I Cinco 1 and 2, like just the finish, marching down the floor, just will always hold a special place in my heart. And like watching Rich both times catch someone and pass them is just so sick. You know, like he didn't get to the walk either time first, but he was just like, "Come here, bitch!" Like full on Scorpion style.
Well, Josh never had a shot. I'll give it
but
to
he
him
did.
I'll give it to him on Vince Smith. He
went at it.
He did. But Josh never had a shot.
Well, Josh was further away than Ben was when they started, but we knew he wasn't going to make it. We all knew, but he was theoretically further away from like an actual distance standpoint. I just love 13 in row 1 and 2, and I think that's it. And then I did love 18, right?
Oh God,
I liked 18 a lot too.
I like
Oh
8,
man,
and the only
It's not in my
reason,
top
and I know,
3. Calm down, Travis. But I
and
did
so
like
I just
18.
was my honorary mention. I was basically between like 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, and
dude,
and just trying to
18,
fit. Go ahead.
18, you come out on the first day, man, with just like 4 freaking separate things. No CrossFit. You're riding a bike, doing muscle ups, lifting, rowing, and then it's just terrible. It's a terrible. I'm giving it a D- just based on day one.
Nope. That's why it's an A+, baby, because that's how you test. That's how you test, and then you mix it together.
And then you
That's not
mix
CrossFit.
Mix it
later. They do the CrossFit
It's-
later.
They do the CrossFit later.
I'm with you, CJ.
Then you never
Join the
events.
decathlon, bro. And then my other thing too that I hate is the same thing that we got this year is bicouplet 1 and 2, where it's the same workout back to back, man. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it.
I hear you. That's why it's not in the top
That's all.
3.
All right.
My only qualm with 2013, I love the programming. My only qualm with 2013 is that the women were not really on the level of the men quite yet.
Do you think the programming like outreached the women?
No,
Like it was too hard?
No. It's just there's still a gap. Like I think the golden era, like we think of 15 to 18, because the women are just as BA as the men are. They're on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that was the case in 2013.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Why
Okay.
Sam Briggs won. I know offense to Sam Briggs, but
Sure.
like,
For sure.
I just
The
don't
gaps were
think
way
they
bigger.
on
The gaps
level
were
of
way
the
bigger.
men, you know. And
Yeah,
I
the gaps
think
were way
that's-
bigger. I got
That's
you.
something I love about CrossFit is
Mhm.
it's one of the most equality sports ever. Not for money reasons,
Well
but
said.
like the women are just they're amazing, and they're on
Mhm.
they're on par with the men in everything, and like I love that about the sport.
John, do you want to give us your number 1 worst games, or your
Whew.
first one? I mean, and is it the year where they were smashing the stake into the ground?
2009.
Just based.
I don't think Chase
Just
would
based.
like allow me to do that.
Oh, was that? Is that the year he competed?
No. They just
Oh.
he loves 2009. He loves 2009. 2010 was when he made the games, but he loves 2009. It's the first year they like made it the CrossFit Games. Like 2008 was so
Right.
like short, and they were like, well, let's make it. We're gonna let y'all know, and then it all evolved from there. My third worst, Travis is not gonna like this, is 2008 because
Come on, man.
a guy like Jason Khalipa could win the CrossFit Games because you had 4-minute tests.
That's how it's done.
And that was it. Like, and I just the time domain.
That's
Think
how it's done.
I just think the test was not very well.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't balanced, and
My
you have to
worst
look at
programming,
balance.
my worst CrossFit has way more to do with programming than like aura or field.
I agree.
It has
Mine's
way
the
more to
same
do
way.
with programming. And my third worst, and I love the Khalipa moment. I love it. And he did that, right? And
What
that's
if the
why
hill run was just like a longer run? What if it
if
was
they
like
went
a
down and
15-minute
back,
run?
they made it a mile? Because you know who's not winning if they do that? Jason Khalipa. You know why? Because he can't run in 2008.
Not yet.
In 2008.
Yeah,
2008. In 2008.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I honestly freaking Spieler probably wins if you go down and back. Maybe not. That last workout murdered his little soul. But that's my only reasoning. I think it has good moments. It's just I don't think it was a very good test for the fittest people in the world. I know they weren't really the fittest people in the world at that time, but I that's what we claim, so I stand by that. So I'm going to say 2008 is my third worst.
Okay, I already said my third worst was 2018. So I didn't I gave it a D- based on the first day. We're having a few inverse picks. That's all I got to say. But you carry on. CJ.
I have, from a programming standpoint, I have 2010, and mainly get my stuff pulled back up because it was. I feel like it was their pull into gymnastics, and it was just way too much. It was just so you had Amanda, handstand push-ups, pistols, Helen, fatigue shoulder to overhead after Helen, which is fine. And then I just feel like this like 1, 2, 3 final design just put too much weight on the last bit. And also I think this was the year that they cut, right? Or no, maybe that wasn't it. They like cut. You didn't even get your placing for the last 2 workouts if you got cut.
They cut. 2010, you got cut.
Well,
What
like
was,
in
what was
each one
his
of those,
pace,
right?
Augustus, what was his pace? Go ahead.
Do you got the workouts, CJ?
Yeah, can you pull them up?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So Amanda, gymnastics, clean handstand push-ups, gymnastics, and ring handstand push-ups. Talk about overshooting the field. Pistol double under, right? Helen, double Helen.
Boy, it is heavy on gymnastics.
It's
Right.
every workout so far.
Sandbag was great.
John's workout.
Shoulder to overhead looked good. Like I love this, shoulder to overhead, within 90 seconds, right? So is it that great? Like, is it more of like a power endurance or a strength endurance? And then the final, push-ups, toes to bar, rope climbs. And so I was just like, bah, like, and it was definitely their feel. I think wasn't this year one in,
this was the year that
Carson?
Spieler got 3rd place, and Sevon brings us up, like, was this year programmed so that he could podium? And he brings it up to Dave. Dave hates it. So, but I'm with you. I think it's a really bad programming year. I give a little bit of grace. 2008 is so bad.
Right.
But I gave a little bit of grace.
More grace.
Oh, okay. So
this is 2 years later. Different category.
2010 grace. Like you have 9 events, not 4. Right. So like they're figuring themselves out. We got all these girls, like you know what I mean? You had the games is relatively new, 4 years. You want to do all the girls, you want to put spins on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I get it. I kind of just leave the old years what they are, except 2008, because it was a really bad, like
sure.
you tested no time domain but 4 minutes, right?
Was this the final here when he just announced them on the spot where he's like 3, 2, 1, go?
Yes.
Well,
right? he did that a couple years in a row, sort of.
Yeah, no, he kind of loved doing that, and like later, like they do Elizabeth and Fran and and one other, and he did the exact same thing.
Right.
It reminds me of just working out in the dirt, man. It's just a gong show.
And then there was.
It seems like
there's also nothing long, by the way. Like there's zero aerobic in this. Maybe I think double Helen. Yeah, I guess there was a run. But it was only like minutes. Yeah, I guess that's pretty long. But it's just one, and most people are done under 20 minutes. But it was heavy, right? Like I don't know if that's
but it was long. You're talking about true. It was 20 minutes. I'm talking.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, that was it. Just from like a fully biased programming standpoint, I think this was probably the worst year, like overall. Like even compared to the newer years, if you have like a squat heavy or a pull heavy, this was like the most. But again, it was the time and it was new and everyone was starting to learn how to do all the shit, basically. Right. So I think that's where it was.
Heroes and the girls, and you go back and look at all those workouts, there is a wild bias towards pull-ups and running.
Right.
Every single workout has pull-ups and running and then wall balls. There's like so that's not on my I get it. It was a great case, but that's not I don't have them in my top 3 just because I'm giving them grace. Augustus, to answer your question, no. I cannot.
That's insane. Is that real? Is that really what it was? Is that what's
marathon pace of 5:15?
I mean, maybe Eliud Kipchoge's marathon pace is 4:34.
Jesus. John, your second least favorite CrossFit Games is 2019
or 2019? Worst CrossFit Games is this year.
Oh. Okay.
For a multitude of reasons. We did I'm not going to bring Lazar into it, but we had to scrap 2 events, so there was only 10 events. And in my opinion, I think this games, considering the time, I'm giving it a little bit of a buffer multiplier because of time. The time, like age, it's 2024. We're doing a different era. I think this was the most biased CrossFit Games of all time, considering for when it happened and how good the athletes are. Like 2010, people aren't good yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not.
Well, like we were saying,
Everybody's-
this
Go ahead, Travis.
it seemed like every workout there was no like real games level workout. You know what I mean? Like you could do everything. I mean, obviously the clean
all
ladder's
capacity,
heavy.
all
All
capacity.
capacity maxing from Dave.
There was only
Chad
one event.
sucked.
There was only one event where it mattered how strong you were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or skillful, really. I mean, I don't think anything. I mean, even then, I don't know if there was anything that was like, maybe.
Yeah, really.
Midline climb, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like
What do you think?
Dave just I don't know, man. Like a lot of the same old song dance. Like, has there been a year where he hasn't programmed either a clean or snatch ladder or a 1 rep max? It's just like it just like alternates. Every year we get the same thing. And then this final, I said that I didn't like it earlier. The 2 workouts are the same. Yeah, it just does. I don't like it. Doesn't sit well with me. They just seem identical.
It's max overhead squat.
1 rep max. Just like that's his only way he's testing strength. Like you don't really see it as much in like a workout format.
In a mix, sure.
That's my point, which I like.
Which is interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say,
back in the day it was fine.
Fight.
You're on a delay, bro. Like back in the day, okay, it was fine doing like, but now in 2024, the 1 rep max and like the clean ladder, it's been done a gazillion times. Now the meta is testing it in a workout. And Boz was doing that, and Dave's just like, oh fuck, just do a clean ladder. It's like he's like, oh shit, I forgot to test strength. I'll just do a clean ladder.
I'm with you to an extent. I think there needs to be an event like that because you need to there needs to be strength testing in that format, just like there's always a long run of some sorts. There's always a long run. I put them on the same kind of level. You like the runner gets his event, the strength athlete gets his event, and then you have CrossFit, right? Like, sure. But I do think this was the cardio games, and I think for 2024 there needs to be way better programming than this. Dave did program 2014. He did program 2015, 2016, 2017. Like he is better than this.
It seems lazy. That's what I mean. It seems lazy and
I'm with you. I understand what you're saying.
Do we think it's lazy, or is Dave maybe misreading the capability of the field? You see what I'm saying, right?
Because like,
so if you look at it and you don't know the ability of the athletes, there's a lot of skill here, right? Like especially if we keep a man of 45 in and we keep midline climb as written, but we just assume it's not.
I don't think you can do that.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, we're talking about just like the overarching theme of Dave getting lazy, right? So like that's the thing. That's the question, right? Is it that, or is he misreading the ability of the athletes, right? Because like 8 alternating dumbbell snatches could be hard if you don't have the strength, but everyone has the strength, right? So is it a misread of the ability of the field?
Dude, I see what I'm saying? Misread because they could repeat the 2017 games, and that would be a better test than this. Like this is soft. I don't think we've gotten less fit, right?
Sure.
And he programmed 2017.
Mm-hmm.
This is soft for 2015. 2014, it's soft.
Is there? And this is probably not this conversation.
You had the muscle up biathlon. You had 30. What was it? 18, 15. 18, 15, 12. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
33, 45. You had 45 ring muscle ups that you had to do unbroken sections of, and then you got to run if you didn't get it. Where do you have a difficulty like that?
Right. Sure.
There is none.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
The 15 free handstanding push-ups is the only event like that, and it's supposed to be a pressing event.
And that was dumb. That was dumb.
Ruined the event by doing that. That's your ring muscle. That's your ring handstand push-up workout. That right there ruins the whole event. Like, I just think this was the softest, like, most biased games. Considering the athletes taking the test, that's how I believe this game is.
Oh, yeah, and when we say lazy, when I say lazy, I think I said that on our other show that I feel like it's something that he put together and like didn't have anybody double check his work. Like if like, you know what I mean? If he got feedback from Boz,
look at it and he's
I feel like
no.
Somebody would looked at this and been like at first glance, it's like a lot sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, look at Kenneth Count the lap.
Everyone. I assume that
Sarah.
means Sousa just ended.
Probably.
I agree.
Welcome
I'm on
to
board.
Sousa
I'm on board
Bullshit.
with 2024.
right,
I do
we
like
These
the
are the worst program games. We're on the
I-
worst program games so
yeah,
far. This
worst
is my
program
second place.
games.
This is my second place.
It's my second place. I don't know. It's in my top 3. It's in my top 3.
You got to make a decision, man. This is what we're doing.
I know it's my top. I don't know. I can't make a decision. I'll go with my number. I'll do my number 1 though.
Was Travis going to go first? Number second?
Oh, Travis.
No, I'm number 2. I'm number 2. I got 20. I already did my number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Yes.
2018. Okay, I got 2014. I got one more. Sorry, I meant to say 2024.
Okay.
So you go,
we're
CJ.
we're
Yeah,
aligned. We're aligned then. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is 2021. I hate it. I hate all of 2021. It's boring. I know this is the year Justin won. I felt like there was just a lot of missed stuff. I don't know. I just like if like the clean was a miss. Same person won. Same exact workout. I don't know. It was just boring. The run, toe to bar piece, just a run. Like, and it was just a fail. I felt like the pegboard heavy double under was a miss. I just felt like there was a lot of misses this year as far as like intended goal of it to how it played out on the field, right? Like Tia basically broke the workout, right, on event 13. Freestanding handstand push, absolute fucking shit show. I think event 2 was good. The fins were dumb. Like, I don't know. I just didn't. I thought the kayak was good though, but for the most part, I just didn't really like it.
Person didn't win the clean workout.
Start over. What did you say?
You said the same person won the clean workout. The same person didn't win the clean workout. I'm not counting Tia. Tia did, but
right.
The guys were actually different, like decently different for that workout. 6 and 7.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I was just looking at Tia and how it just was, but that's probably not fair. I guess I was just thinking, yeah, Justin won. I know Justin won this one. Yes.
No, he didn't.
Second
he won
one?
the heat.
He just won the heat, the last heat.
Yeah, he didn't win he was like 7th on the 315 one.
I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just felt like it was too similar in just like a personal opinion. And I don't know. I just didn't like this. I just didn't like the year. I felt like it was boring across the board. This was more of a feel.
Like the clean workout.
This wasn't super exciting. I mean, I guess it was. I don't know. I just the whole workout, the whole year, I just didn't.
I think it's a pretty balanced test, but I'm with you that the year was boring.
Yeah, and maybe it was just because of the dominating effect of Tia that year, by her most dominating year ever. I guess not counting 2020 and her and Matt or whatever, but it was, I don't know. I think there were just misses, right? Like when there's multiple workouts where this is where like I think there was a misread of the ability of the field. Like I just hated this workout. I hated watching this workout. I hated everything about it. I thought it was dumb across the board. The double unders were pointless. I just felt like it was sort of a pegboard workout, but not really. Everyone was too good. I don't know. It just felt like a throwaway workout, sort of like the what was the 2023 that like box jump row workout. There's like the sprints up and back. No intervals. Yeah, I felt like intervals was dumb too. I don't know. I felt like they were
I don't at all, man.
I felt like it was a throwaway workout.
I completely disagree with you. It's testing your ability to recover. Intervals is a really good workout.
I think it's a great workout. It just felt like a lame workout for the CrossFit Games, personally. Just for me, I didn't like it.
That.
Yeah. All right.
I get what you're saying. This year doesn't have a lot of moments because Tia did dominate so badly in this year. Was the most dominating year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there was stuff that happened. I think the test is balanced. You got
I mean, you do. It's like overall balanced.
It's a great event. You got Mal O'Brien beating Tia in event 4. You had Guy killing everybody in the sprint. This was the introduction.
Easier.
This was the introduction to Guy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love the muscle up workout. The clean workout. I understand, and I fall in line with you guys that you don't like the double workout, where like it's a little bit different. But on the men's side, you would be surprised.
Stuff
Take
happened.
note. That's right. That's right. That's how you get that title.
Limited
Dude,
limited grasp
on the
English
men's side,
language.
you would be surprised at how different the scores were. Obviously, the strong guys are still up there, but like it was way more of a running test on the first one and way more of a lifting test on the second one. Freaking Saxon Panchik, I think, won the event or was second. Jeff Adler won the first one, and then I think Guy won the second one. Yeah. And then event 9, like Brent Fikowski and the
that was a good event. Yeah,
that was a good event. There were good.
Just didn't like it. This is personal. This is more of like an internal. So like I have less objective reasoning and more of like that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Which I'm usually not that person. I felt like my 2010 was more objective. So this is just where it lied.
This was the year Annie snatched 200 and like had that face.
Yeah.
And then you had the race between her and Holte on second and third place, right? Or third place. Like there were like it was.
All right, maybe change my mind. I'm holding true.
You're saying this is the worst CrossFit Games of all time. I'm telling you, it's not the best year, but it's not close to the worst. The title of the show is not mid CrossFit Games. It's the worst CrossFit Games of all time.
Hey, he's allowed.
I know what
he's
you're
entitled
pick.
to his opinion, John.
Yeah.
This was the year I thought Brent was going to win until he came out and dogged event 10, and I think he was hurt.
He was, yeah.
He had a hip injury or something, and he was looking good. But then I actually just looked at the finishes, and he still finished really strong. Mm-hmm. He had maybe one poor finish in the mix there, but
this was this was
running. No more running.
Yeah, the running fucked him up.
All right, John.
My worst CrossFit Games is 2019.
Oh, me too, John. You copying all my. You just.
I'm not. You want me to?
Don't copy the junior.
A lot better than you.
Don't copy the junior analyst.
And ironically, probably has one of the best CrossFit events of all time. Maybe
3.
Best,
I think two of the best CrossFit events of all time, and that's the only reason why I didn't pick it. But yes, continue.
Maybe the best CrossFit event of all time in First Cut. If you want to talk about what is CrossFit, that is the workout that you would show.
Yep. We should do a tier list show. You guys ever see the tier list, like S, A, B, C, D, E? Or there's no E?
I think we're going to do a ranking show where we just rank them all.
No, yeah, we just do a tier list. So you put them into tiers. So like we put First Cut in S tier, right?
Oh, it's workout. S tier. We're going to do workouts.
Yeah, workouts.
Oh, we
can't do all of them.
If we're gonna do that.
We can't do all of them.
We can do it if we go quick.
No, you just go through it pretty quick. Yeah. You just like we'd be like, okay, First Cut, that's an S tier workout. We put Strongman Sphere, it's an S tier workout.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We could do it pretty quickly. I think I'm with you, Travis, but we'd probably go year by year, 2007 to 2023. You know what I'm saying?
We do sledgehammer workouts.
Dude, I'm so down. No, sledgehammer gets
tier list. We get tier to sponsor the show.
Sledgehammer gets its own tier. There's S and then sledgehammer. Yeah, purely 2019, it'd be on S tier. 2019, the only reason I have 2019 as my worst CrossFit Games ever is the cut system to 6 is the most atrocious thing that's ever happened in a CrossFit Games as far as like what people were left to move on.
Right.
It was, 3 out of 6 events were running events, and then the other 2 were Mary, and then the sprint couplet, which is little people stuff, right? And then you have a handstand walk. The row was irrelevant. Like it was the people, like the top 10, they cut to 10 athletes after those 6 events. And I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was terrible. And even the sprint where remember people are stepping on the line and getting DQ'd and
that was insane.
Coupled with the fact that was the event that they were cutting people from. It was like a huge perfect storm because that was the event they were cutting people with, but also with the events preceding it.
And then the split triplet was very poorly judged. They had a very clear judging thing where you had to 2-step it to align before you can move on to the next rep. Noah's judge was letting him 1 step. Everybody else's judge was holding it up to the standard, which is I'm very annoyed about that. And you'll have to go watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about. The way BKG does it is correct. The way Noah's doing it, you were not allowed to do that.
I didn't even know that. Katrin did that too. She just moved her back foot back to her front foot.
And you weren't allowed to do that.
I didn't even know that.
Move both feet at the same, like a split jerk. You know how you'd move your front foot up first and your back foot up next? That's how they wanted
you had to? Wow.
Yeah. They said that in
Katrin didn't do that. I always said Katrin did it the best because she didn't do that.
No,
Good to know. I never even knew
she's
that.
George Sanchez.
Yeah.
And then the clean was awesome. But man, I would have loved to see the clean with actual strong people. And I know Scott Panchik is strong, but the clean would have been so fun to see with like the Amanda Barnhart Tia race was amazing. Think if you had your Royce Dunn, your Nick Urankers, your strong people doing this. Gee, like you know what I mean? Think how amazing that would be to see 400 plus to see if one guy can do it, or like the girls get out to 280, right? I the back half of 2019, I don't mind at all. I really don't. But the front half was so egregious that it's just that has to be the worst year in my opinion.
So taking away the cuts,
the standard is amazing. The standard.
You want to watch Noah? You want to watch Noah quick, John?
Let's do it.
Like you'll see what I'm talking about.
Dude,
so
Matt
you see
always
how Matt
fucking
does
warp.
The front foot. So watch Matt
and Noah just does
do
one
front foot and back up.
Yeah.
And then you'll watch BKG. It'll play.
Jesus.
It'll play. It'll go for everybody. And see how Noah just one. Like you see how that's faster. Like and everybody else has to do this little stutter step thing.
Yep. Catchin did it too. I remember watching it and thinking that was really efficient, and then they weren't doing it. And I was very surprised. I remember thinking, like, that's weird. Why wouldn't they all do that? Anyways, that makes sense. Now it makes sense. Look at that. I learned something today.
2019, the last year of the short shorts. Or the long shorts.
Long shorts it was for sure.
And I love the standard. The last and first events are great. Everything in between is bad.
Yeah. I like a lot. The reason why I didn't pick it was because I liked a lot of the workouts individually. I really did. I loved Mary. It was like just to see the capacity of athletes. I think they made a 20-minute workout pretty exciting to watch. And I think that's because the race was so good and there was such a thing. And then I like second cut. I didn't like the standard on the jerks. That really killed it. But I did like the premise of the workout. Maybe not the weight of it.
Too. I like second cut too.
But I love obviously first cut. And I think standard is like I agree. First cut's probably like the biggest overarching singular workout. And then the standard is the aura of CrossFit. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
the ultimate
I don't think you're using aura properly.
Get fucked. It fit perfectly.
I tell you what, hey, Mary gives me the same aura as the pegboard workout you were talking about earlier, the 11-minute AMRAP. Like that's how I feel about Mary. If every single person can do it unbroken and it's literally just who has the shortest arms, I don't like games workouts on being like that. You know what I mean? Yes, it's cool to watch Carrie Pierce beat everybody. It's cool to see her do strict handstand push-ups the whole time. That's cool. Like, I get what you're saying. But when every single person can go 20 minutes nonstop, never break, it's just the person with the shortest arm.
Comes down to cycle rate.
Right.
Sure.
And I don't like that. That's not capacity. That's just you're smaller.
I liked Ringer 1 and Ringer 2 as well. I know it was different,
Ringer 1 and Ringer
but
2.
just the pain. Like the pain of that workout and the speed at which they went was, and then also obviously watching Carrie eat it. Oh. No, well, yeah, Carrie eat the mat, like, dude. Yeah. Oh my god,
in the rubber duckies.
Yep.
Noah Olsen. Noah Olsen nearly did 200 more reps than Brent Fikowski and Mary. It's nearly 10 reps a minute more for the entirety.
Wild. That's wild.
It's just anatomy.
200 reps. How many pull-ups is that? Probably 6 rounds.
Probably 100.
So 90, almost 100 pull-ups.
Half of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
Smart move.
Cool.
All right.
I like it. That was fun.
Well,
okay. Everybody. Do we want to? What do we want to do?
I think we can talk about it real quick.
Do we want to? I was thinking.
I think we should do a separate show.
Do you want to pop off and pop? John, how much time do you have?
30 minutes.
Why don't we wait till they officially release it? Maybe tomorrow.
That sounds good.
Okay. Hold on.
Because I can do.
Guys, we're talking about the news of Dave Castro. Sounds like the rumor is, according to Hiller, that PFAA is calling for the resignation of Dave Castro.
It makes me so sad. But we'll talk about it.
Gustis has still got a couple more hours left in the workday. Needs the boys on. We'll reconvene, guys. I'm fatigued.
I might have to be. I don't want to discuss it now. I'd rather discuss it tomorrow. I might be on my. I might need you to like manage it, Travis, a little more. So maybe help set up something because I'm going to be away all morning and I might be on my computer.
Roger.
I won't be here. All right, we'll talk about it. We're going to come on tomorrow about it at some time. We'll talk about it when we get off. Let's end the stream.
We'll be back, guys.
Sorry, guys. We'll
CJ's
talk about
let's end this. We got to get.
I know. Sorry.